Greetings to one and all. I am pleased to be joined for the February President's Message by Judge Justin Hansen, who's a circuit judge from McHenry County and one of the co-chairs of the IJA In Schools Programming Committee. Justin, tell us a little bit about your involvement with the Illinois Judges Association since I believe you became a judge in 2019.
Good morning, Justice. You're exactly right. Actually, my 5-year anniversary is coming up this weekend. So February of 2019, I started on the bench, and I got some good advice from some colleagues here in McHenry County about the IJA and joined right away, and I've been doing it ever since. I was honored to be asked to serve on the In Schools Committee starting last year, and I was able to work with some really good people and continue that into this year, and I'm happy to keep doing it.
Well, we appreciate your help and your service. February 12th is our second annual Judges Go to School Day. Please tell us about this initiative and how our members are involved in it or can get involved in an effort to reach out to our school kids in our communities.
I would love to. This program is really the brainchild of Justice Eileen Burke. She was your predecessor in the president's chair at the IJA. And last year, she encouraged us to start a program that took advantage of Lincoln's birthday being a day off for the judiciary that is not commonly a day off in schools. And so we support judges going to schools all year long, but we wanted to focus some effort on getting judges to go out on this particular day and taking advantage of the calendar. And it was wildly successful, if you don't mind me saying. Last year, we had over 100 judges reach out to hundreds, if not thousands, of students with a whole array of our IJA programming. The most common program that was used is our programming where judges go to school and read a book to the students. It's as easy as it sounds. You can show up in your robe, you bring a book. The IJA is happy to supply the book. We have a stack of 4 or 5 books that we offer. And you just read to the class, answer questions afterwards. The kids love to take pictures. They love the chance to ask questions. And usually they love when you show up in your robe. And then for the older students, there's some other programming that we offer as well to make it easy for the judge to pick it up, learn how to do it, and then present it to a class, whether that be civics related or something more social related. And we're building on that this year. We've already sent out 2,200 books to judges that we anticipate taking to classrooms. We have a lot of scheduled presentations throughout the state, and we have a lot of judges that are involved. Some are new, some are repeat, but it looks like we're off to a second great year.
I really like the focus of the judges going to school on Lincoln's birthday, but of course it doesn't have to be Lincoln's birthday, but it's a good way for us to again have an effort, statewide. I've been reading Abe Lincoln's Hat's book to a 3rd grade teacher's class here in Mount Vernon for a number of years since my oldest child, my daughter's 27 years old, so I started a while back, and I've continued on. In fact, I'll be going to several classrooms this year on Lincoln's birthday, and maybe another day or two. And like you said, bring the robe. I actually bought Abe Lincoln's hat a few years ago when I was visiting the Lincoln Museum in Springfield, and I bring that along and the gavel. So it's a wonderful effort, and I really appreciate all the judges who are involved in that. And also, although we are running low on books, there's still time to make arrangements with one of your neighborhood schools, and then contact Kathy to see if any books are left for either Abe Lincoln's Hat or one of our other books. And we can at least send one per school, hopefully, before they run out anyway.
That's exactly right. And, to your experience, many times that contact can just be a teacher that you know or an administrator that you know, and just ask if they're interested. Some already have something set up for the day, but they might be open to it at a future visit. Some may be more than happy to carve out 30 or 45 minutes or an hour of their time to have a judge come visit. And, we have our programming. We're happy to share it with judges that are interested, but you can also simply ask the teacher what they'd like to have you talk about. Maybe there's something in their curriculum that a judge could address. Maybe they're already talking about the branches of government, or maybe they're already talking about the rule of law. And that's something that you can address without an IJA program. You're just kind of meeting the needs of the school and your community.
In fact, this afternoon, I'm going to one of the county schools to present about being a Supreme Court justice in our court system. And so we have, it's great to reach out to the schools, whether you use an IJA programming or not, but we do have many presentations to choose from that have been prepared over the years and are great tools to use. Can you tell us about some of the other programmings the IJA is prepared?
Sure. So the program is oftentimes the work of a judge or some judges who are doing like what you and I just described, where they're meeting a need of a classroom or a school, and then they happen to do it a few times, and eventually it's something that the IJA adopts and then offers to other judges. So a couple of those programs are very civics related. There's one called The Courts and You, and another called Courtroom in the Classroom, that are really teaching kids about basic constitutional ideas, and then more specifically about the judiciary. And each of those programs kind of uses a real life court example and makes it relatable to the kids. One uses the First Amendment and a recent U.S. Supreme Court case about a high school cheerleader that was suspended after she sent out a snap with some profane language about some coaches and about a team that she didn't make varsity on. And the other one is an older case about a student whose backpack was searched after they were found smoking in the bathroom. And so those focus on the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment, but it takes those big ideas and tries to make them relatable to the students that you're talking to. A couple of the other programs are more socially based, from my perspective. 7 Reasons to Leave the Party and Worries of the World Wide Web are really kind of taking what's going on in kids' lives, whether they be junior high or high school or somewhere around there, and just kind of pointing out to them some of the complexity of that and the potential pitfalls of that they might not necessarily know. Worries of the World Wide Web, I would say, is one of our most offered presentations, and it's a pretty recent creation of Judge Bowles and Judge Hull from Kane County. And to their credit, they put a lot of work into crafting a really good presentation that uses actual news media of students that are the age that you're meeting with, and talking about the dangers of using social media and not realizing how that can spread, whether it be things like bullying, electronic harassment. It could be things like sexting and pornography that is unfortunately part of everyday lives, but the kids aren't necessarily thinking about how it can impact them legally, and potentially in a way that will affect them forever. So that programming is very good. I have offered it to students. Many other judges have, and in fact, that's one of our programs that has now crossed state borders. Clinton Sue just recently had the opportunity to teach other judges in Wisconsin about that programming, and now there's Wisconsin judges that are offering that on their own to students in their area.
Do you have any recommendations on how we, once we have a presentation scheduled, how we go about publicizing this so we can continue to build better relationships between the public and the judiciary?
Yeah, I mean, as a group, I think some of us are kind of PR averse, but one of the values in being willing to take a picture, ask the teacher to take a picture, and then share that either with the IJA or with your own local media is that it puts it out there that we're interested and willing to do this kind of service. Our job day in and day out involves a courtroom, it involves decisions, but many of us like to step outside the courtroom and otherwise be involved in the community. And if you are willing to tell other people about that work, I think we'll find colleagues that are interested in joining you. And I think we'll find other people in the community that are interested in taking advantage of that. The IJA is very good about publicizing our members when they go do that kind of work in social media. We have draft press releases. And in my own experience, the school is also happy to help with it. There's a local elementary district that I've worked with the past 4 or 5 years, and they're very good about helping send out press releases because it shows what they're doing as well. It lets them pat their own teachers and administrators and staff on the back because they're being creative and teaching their kids by bringing people in to talk with them about these important subjects. So I think oftentimes it's as simple as taking a picture and then asking people to share it, whether that's the teachers and staff you're working with or it's the IJA. And for those IJA members that are interested in, or sorry, have social media, put it on your own social media, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, whatever you happen to have, Instagram. It's good, positive information to put out there about the judiciary and what you and your colleagues are doing.
Thank you, Justin, for your time and service to the judiciary and the IJA. I hope all of our members can take time to reach out to one of your neighborhood schools this month and read Abe Lincoln's Hat or one of our other books, and that the IJ sponsors. By the way, we're able to actually present these books to the schools and in some cases to individual students based on the generous donation of the Illinois Judges Foundation. So I want to give them a shout out.
I would echo that. I mean, since we started Judges Go to School Day, the number of books that we have and then give to judges to give to schools has exploded. And we're upwards of a couple of thousand. So many thanks to the Judges Foundation for helping make that financially possible.
Very good. As we reach out to our communities, let's also remember to reach out to each other as friends and colleagues this month in good times and in times of sorrow. I wish all of you the best in February.
Thanks, Justice.